Sip Kumar Swami, Sip Mrs. Sadhwani, Sip Girish, Sip Yogini, Sip Raji, Sip Komal, Sip Ashok, Sip Deepa, Sip Rutanu, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Krishna, Sip Tina, Sip Anand ki coach, Sip Rumataji, Sip Pankaj, Sip Rajesh, Sip Swati, Sip Karan, Sip Atmatray, Sip Ashok, Sip Sagai, Sip Chidanand, Sip Kaumudi, Sip. And the rest of you who I cannot see, but I welcome you to the call. Welcome. Today, the subject of our discussion, I'm putting the subject in context as I try to do these days, and then we will move forward. When do we know that we are living in complete acceptance and surrender? So we all talk about acceptance, we talk about surrender, but my question to you, when do we actually know? Are we in complete acceptance? Are we in complete surrender? That is the question. So we have got the beginning, the question, people who are going to talk today are Premchandji, Rekha, Lakshmi, Rumataji, oh my God, Komal, Bliss, so many. Let's start. Come on, Premchandji.
Gurudev, I think when no thought comes in our mind against anyone
So
in
if that
day-to-day
is,
life, that means we are in a complete acceptance and surrender. When no thought against anyone comes in our mind.
no thought against anyone. I thought you don't, no thought comes. Thought to aega.
No thought comes against anyone.
Okay. So, okay. So when no thought comes against anyone,
it
then
means
you are in complete. How do you connect the two? Your point is accepted. How do you connect no thought against anyone and acceptance and surrender? What is the connection?
No, in our day-to-day life, when we are having no one in our against us in day-to-day life, we talk in such a way that no one is there in our mind. No thought comes against them. I think so. It means that we have accepted.
Okay, my submission to you is as follows. I think.
Yes, sir.
I think that when you are in acceptance and surrender, when you're in total acceptance and surrender, then no thought will come against anybody.
Yes, sir.
But you are saying it the other way around.
No, one and same thing, sir. Okay, I accept it. There may be some difficult difference in our expression, but
no,
one and
right.
same thing. No thought should come.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the depth of your feelings. So let us observe. We'll observe the other answers. Thank you, Premchandji. Rekha, Parvani, Lakshmi, Rumataji, Komal. Rekha.
Shubham, AiR.
Shubham.
When we accept without protest, we accept the divine will, and we live as an instrument of the divine.
Yeah.
And like we have no desires in life.
Okay.
And we know what a divine will is.
Rekha, today's question is this. When do we know?
We know when we start living as a divine instrument.
No. When do we know we are living as divine instrument? I want you to have a clarity in knowing. Have you reached that state of complete acceptance and surrender? Or have you not? How do you know?
I will come.
Lakshmi. Lakshmi, I think Rumataji will give the best answer today. I'm waiting after Lakshmi. Rumataji, aap apna situation batana aaj. Lakshmi.
Shivoham, sir.
Yes, Shivoham, bolo Lakshmi.
Say Lakshmi, that. Shivoham, sir. Sir, can you hear, sir?
Yes.
So instead of saying OB, AB, asking so many multiple choices, just say Prabhu B. Then only we will realize that we are.
No, see, AB, OB is different. See, today's subject is very important. Let me tell you all. Let me quickly. Rumataji, are you ready? You are ready, right? Let me tell you all one thing. We talk a lot about accept without protest. We talk a lot about total acceptance. But the question is, how do we know that we are living in total acceptance and surrender? Rumataji spoke to me a few minutes back through message. I would like her to share her thought today. And I think it's coincidence. Rumataji, by the time you spoke to me, the message of the subject has already gone out. But tell us your feelings today, Rumataji.
Guruji, I feel when the person is ready to accept the worst to worst thing in life without protest, without any grudge against SIP, that why this thing has happened, because it is all due to our karmas, what we have done in the past. I want to share my husband's sister's granddaughter was studying in medical college, Nottingham, first year. And she was coming from the college and somebody stabbed her with a knife and she died at the spot.
आज हुआ ये आज हुआ है.
This happened on Tuesday morning, but today it has come in paper. And 2 children were stabbed there and they died at the spot. And one is admitted to hospital and one caretaker is also stabbed and he's killed. So I don't say that I have not felt very bad. I felt very bad. But then your words were coming in my mind. Without protest, you have to accept. And I think this is the worst thing that has happened. But we have to no complaints to God and accept it and surrender ourselves to Him.
Rumataji, I feel very bad when you told me this. Let me just share with the group. What Rumataji is saying is this. Rumataji is saying that 2 days back, I think we also must have read in the paper. I saw it on BBC News. I did not know, Rumataji, that your husband's sister's granddaughter, correct?
Yes.
Husband's sister's granddaughter was stabbed and killed. 2 days, day before yesterday, in London, in Nottingham. So it is not a stranger. It is her husband's sister's granddaughter. It's like a family member was stabbed to death. How do you accept it? A person who's not spiritual will feel very bad. God, what is this? What is your justice, God? God, how can this happen? That girl was such a good girl. She has not done anything wrong in life. Then how
Guruji, she was a hockey player, represented the state, and cricket player also. She was all-rounder. She was such a beautiful and nice girl.
But you're talking
due to old karmas only.
In London, she was a hockey player and cricket player in London or in India?
Yeah, in London.
So for me, it's very sad. It's very sad when I see something like this. But how does one accept this? My dear friends, today Rumataji, it's incidental that her husband's sister's granddaughter was murdered, stabbed in London. But we have to accept. We have to accept and we have to surrender. Do we have a choice? What are we talking about? This now when
I love his sister more than my sister. She is such a nice lady, I can't tell you. My sister-in-law is such a nice lady. I can't explain what the words are not there to.
And she's in London. She's also in London. She's also in London. The sister-in-law.
Yes. Whole family is in London and one of his brother is also in London.
Okay, so all I'm saying is this is when Rumataji says, even though this has happened in our family, we accept, we surrender. See, this is different when it happens. I saw the day I saw a murder. I mean, that murder in Delhi was such a horrible murder where that boy is taking a knife and stabbing. And then you start thinking God is cruel. You start thinking SIP is crazy. But you don't realize that this whole drama is crazy. It's not SIP is crazy. We are crazy. We are crazy because the way we live. We are crazy because we do not live as the Atma, as the soul. We are crazy. Okay, Rumataji, I hope that the
Oh.
family has the strength that, and you should give them the strength to, to be strong, because that's the only way out. But thank you for sharing.
Thank
Komal,
you, Guruji.
Komal,
Yes, namaste everybody. Thank you.
no,
Um,
yes, Komal.
When this question came, what answer came to my mind was when you are at peace with yourself and others around. When you don't get agitated, like angry, or quickly you come back to awareness that all this is drama. So you're okay. Then you are in surrender. And that's what came to
But
mind.
what your answer is saying is very beautiful. But a small grammatical change I want to make.
Yes.
When you are living in complete acceptance and surrender, when you're in complete acceptance and surrender, you will not lose even a moment in anger. You will not become jealous. You will not become agitated.
Even if you become, you quickly come into awareness.
Then you're not yet incomplete.
Okay. Okay.
Are you getting my point?
Yes,
What
yes.
is complete?
Yeah.
Complete means
Yes.
you are complete. You are complete. Is that easy? That is not easy. But that is complete accept. You have surrendered. It's not that you are going to surrender. You have surrendered.
Yes.
You need to reach that point. You have accepted, and you accept without protest. No question. What do you say? You say, "Tum hi sab kuch janat pritam, teri ichha purat ho. Dukh mein sukh mein mere pritam, teri ichha." Bliss, this means in English, not my will, O Lord, thy will be done.
Yes.
Not my will, my dear Lord, not my will, but may your will be done. Thank you, Komal. Bliss, and then Ashok Nichani. Bliss.
Hi,
Okay.
Shwan, dear Shwan, everyone.
Yes,
First,
please,
I would
Shivoham.
like to offer my sympathy to Rumakaji and his family. It's very
Yeah.
touching. And I would like to read what I write, please.
Okay, so Bliss is a special writer, and she is writing, Bonjour,
No
dear,
choice.
we live in complete surrender and accept when we live in happiness, when you are able to see beyond this piece of theater, and that you adapt with ease, when you replace the negative with the positive. Very good. Very simple. Bliss's answer is very simple. When you accept this theater as a drama, as a Leela, you accept the Maya, you accept everything happening, and you are happy, you are positive. You don't lose your peace of mind. You are in that state of ananda. You're in that state of shanti. Good.
Yes.
Good, Bliss. Thank you for the simple and easy answer. Ashok Nichani, Yogini, Rajesh, Girish.
Shivam Sarji.
Yes, sir. Bolo, sir.
Sarji, as we say, our mind is a monkey. So from that monkey, I cut EY. I become a monk. Become a monk. I have already surrendered and accepted, and I live as a monk. योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, हर पल योग में रहे, संसार की माया में न फंसे.
So how do you know? How do you know you're living as a yogi? How do you know that you're living in complete acceptance and surrender? How do you know?
When I become a real monk.
How do you know? I'm asking, how do you know you're a monk?
I have to reach that stage.
You've not yet reached that stage, you're saying?
No, Sarji. No.
You're not reached complete acceptance and surrender?
No, Sarji, not yet.
What is missing?
Sarji, accept and surrender. This world is cruel, Sarji.
Okay, Ashok, I appreciate your honest. Let's get people who are. See, how can you know you're in that state of complete acceptance? When you are peaceful, no? Shanti se mila, kya hasi anand, sat ke chit mein mila, Satchidanand. When you are living in that state of Sat Chit Anand, then you have accepted, you have surrendered. But when the problem is when मन बड़ा है चोर चैन चुराता है डर और चिंता में हमें डुबा है, मन को है मारना, दुश्मन बड़ा है वो. All this is taking us to that state of acceptance and surrender. As long as we are slave of the mind, we become unhappy, we become miserable. How do you reach that state? Arey, accept na. Accept. Why worry? There is no need to worry. Chinta karne ka matlab nahi. You reach that state, nothing can bother you. Okay, good. Ashok, Yogini, Rajesh, Girish, Yogini.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
You start living in under acceptance and surrender when you are you realize that the pain of the body, the misery of the mind is nothing but it'll be there, but you should not feel that. There you have to accept and surrender and live like a yogi. Whatever pain is there, it is to the body. The mind is troubling. You have to realize, come back and say that it is not me. It is.
But Yogini, see, hold on. The moment you are in complete acceptance and surrender, if you have complete acceptance and surrender, then you don't feel the pain.
Yes, you don't. You surrender and you say this is not mine.
Yeah. So, but when you have to and you accept that when pain, I'm giving you a different line. When pain becomes a poetry, when the pain becomes a poetry, then you have accepted and surrender. You say, oh Lord, you have given me pain, but I don't feel the pain. Oh Lord, even this pain is your prasadam and I accept it.
Yes.
How do you reach? See, acceptance is not easy. You can be like a truck. You can be like that when you don't want to accept. No, why he told like that? Why she told like that? So acceptance and surrender is a sign of, मतलब हिंदी में पहुंच गया, पहुंचा. It's not easy to accept. Every time people around us are doing something we don't like, how do you accept?
The people
Every
are
time.
okay, sir, but the every day what we are dealing with, the pain, the bodily pain, the
Whatever.
mind is troubling. Once
Because
we deal with that, then we can deal outside, na?
the moment you realize it's all a natak, ये तो एक नाटक है, कुछ सच ना है, प्रभु की ये लीला है, सब माया है. अरे छोड़ो ना, why lose your? I tell people, be happy. Be happy. If somebody tries to make you unhappy also, don't be unhappy. You tell him, go to hell. Why you should lose your happiness? Because you don't accept, because you don't surrender, because you don't understand it is the will of Sip, and because you are blind because of the mind. Okay, so we have long way to go. Rajesh, शायर क्या बोलना है शायर को? शायर कॉफी पिएगा? कॉफी पिएगा? हाँ शायर.
Okay, sir, pranam Shivoham.
Pranam.
And my humble unconditional love and compassion to Rumataji and family. So, sir, there is one beautiful song which Lata Mangeshkar sang few decades ago. Pura man darpan kehlaye, भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए. So when you know what the head is thinking and what the heart is feeling and what the heart is doing, then you know what is complete surrender. All three should be in unison.
Okay, so Shayad took it to some other discussion, but doesn't matter. So Shayad, accept yours. You are Shayad after, so you will take it there. So Girish, how do you know you are in a state of complete acceptance and surrender? I don't want to get into the man subject because हमारे पास मन कहाँ है मन? है ही नहीं मन. The moment man comes, there can be no acceptance, there can be no surrender. So we have to go beyond the man. Man ko goli maro. Man ko shoot the mind. Yes, we are Girish. Yeah, Girish.
When I am able to remain totally non-reactive to the circumstances and remain in truth consciousness in Satchit Anand, I can say I am in total acceptance and surrender.
So how do you reach that state, what you're talking about? Explain.
By being truth conscious, we reach the state of Satchit Anand. This is what I need to test. If I am able to non-reactive to any of the situations,
how do you
only
not
respond?
No. Your answer is a mastery answer, but I want you to give clarity to the group. Tell me, how do you know you are in that complete state? So what do? You don't react. You don't respond.
Yes. I respond only, not react. Then the problems of fear, anger, jealousy, and other similar things will not be there.
Okay.
Regret, expectation.
What causes that?
MIND, mind, thoughts, expectations.
Why would you tell me, when you are living in a complete acceptance and surrender, how do you view whatever is happening? How do you view it?
Whatever is happening due to karma.
Okay.
Everybody has got their own karma.
Okay. And
this
therefore
drama is happening as per the law of karma.
Okay.
Is Maya Leela.
So how do you live?
I live totally detached from that in Satchit Anand.
So explain, what is this Satchit Anand? There's a key word. There's a very important word that we are missing. What is the key word?
Truth consciousness. Living in truth consciousness.
What happens when you live in truth consciousness? Tell me that.
We remain in Satchit Anand.
What is the Satchit Anand?
Do not sink in samsara.
What does it mean?
There may be different expressions of the same thing.
Girish, key word missing is Ananda. Ananda,
yes.
Satchit Ananda, सत के चित्त में रहना हमें, मिथ्य को दूर है करना, सत्य के चित्त में रहना है आनंदा. Girish, it is not enough to live in truth consciousness. We must live in eternal bliss in truth consciousness. So when you see, let me tell you. Suppose you are saying, I am living in complete acceptance and surrender. What is the symptom? The symptom is not a frown on your face. The symptom is a smile. Smile, na? Don't keep a frowning face. A frowning face means what? Frowning face means I am not happy. I am not happy means what? I am not happy means I am not in acceptance. It means I am not in surrender. Then finished. All the problems start. If you don't accept and don't surrender, all the problems of the world come, all comes. Okay, Girish, I hope you get my point. Next, so symptom of joy should be there. Then you must not only accept, but if you accept and surrender, be joyous. Sophia. Yes, Sophia. It's your time. Next, Kaumudi.
Hello.
Hello, Sophia. Bolo.
I bow down to SIP and AiR. Everybody.
Yes, bow down to. We all are SIP. Don't bow down
we
to
all
SIP.
are SIP.
Bolo. Aage
AiR
bolo.
also. So I feel that it is self-awareness and mindfulness and peace and contentment. Inner peace, I feel.
How do you know? When do you know you are living in complete acceptance,
Yeah,
complete surrender.
when you trust and you have gratitude, you let go everything, you trust God, you trust
Keyword,
yourself.
keyword you said is very beautiful word which you said. Keyword, let go.
Let go.
When you are able to let go, huh? आगे
Non-attachment.
आगे भी जाने ना तू, पीछे भी जाने ना तू, जो भी है बस यही एक पल है. So the other thing that you do when you are complete acceptance and surrender, you are living in the moment. And I'm telling what Girish, Miss Girish, not you are living in the moment, Girish, but you are living joyously in the moment. Every moment you are living, you are
Every
living,
moment.
you are living as a blessing to others. You don't live as if you are a curse.
Yes.
You don't make it look like you are miserable. Somebody looks at you. So sometimes when you meet people, I know sometimes when you meet somebody, they will come and ask you, hey, what happened here? Kya hua? Yeah, kuch bhi nahi hua. Again, after 5 minutes, that person is sitting like this. क्या हुआ? नहीं कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. अरे तुम्हारा इतना उदास है. You are so sad. What is sadness? Hello? What is sadness? Sadness is a symptom of no acceptance.
No accept.
Correct. If you are accepting and surrendering, will you be sad?
So you allow life to unfold by itself. The journey. It's a journey.
After all, drama है ना.
Um,
After all, ये माया है, drama है.
Let it happen as it is. Self-awareness.
प्रभु की
mindfulness
लीला,
से जियो.
प्रभु की लीला कोई भी ना समझ सकता है. प्रभु ने ये रहस्य रखा है. जो भी होता है जग में ये प्रभु लीला है. स्वीकार मंजूर हमें करना है. क्या आंखों से कोई
And
भी
always be in gratitude and compassion. Like, जो भी
How
आता
will you
है,
be?
take it.
How
Take
will
it.
you be? How will you be in gratitude and acceptance if there is no surrender?
Yes, surrender to God. Yeah, that I will take as you unfold,
Surrender,
as life unfolds.
surrender first two parts.
Each moment.
Acceptance is what is already done.
Yes.
Rumataji said somebody has murdered, stabbed, over.
Over.
Accept it.
Accept
it. Finished,
Yeah,
closed. And
finished,
surrender means what is going to be.
Yes, future.
Whatever will be, will be. That is the way. Okay, Sophia?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Good.
I bow
So
down.
after
once.
Sophia, we have got Kaugodi, Ace, Bala, Swati, Ashok. Chalo.
Yeah. So
Kaugodi.
I feel that whenever there is no question in our minds, whenever anything happens, whether it goes in our favor or someone else's favor, I think that is the time when you think that you are माना accept करना कि there is no question in my mind कि ये क्यों हुआ, क्यों मेरे साथ हुआ.
Yeah, because when do we question?
We don't accept the fate or whatever happens. There is no
Exactly.
acceptance.
When we don't accept the will of God, then we don't. Then the problem is then we. Prabhu ऐसा क्यों हुआ? प्रभु ये कैसे क्यों बोला? प्रभु why like this? Why like this? Why like this? But why like this? But no, why should you question? You have no questions. Beautiful answer. There are only when the one who accepts and surrenders doesn't question. The one who questions has not accepted and surrendered. Good, Kaumudi. Ace, Bala. Time is running out, I believe, today, but let us quickly finish. Ace, Bala, Swati, Ashok.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Shivoham, without knowing who am I, how I can be in the state of acceptance or surrender?
When you live in the state of acceptance and surrender, you will come to know who am I. And when you come to know who am I, then also you will live in the state of acceptance and surrender. Acceptance and surrender is the realization of the drama. Who am I is one of those realizations. So there are three phases of this realization. One stage is called self-realization. The second stage is called life realization. And the third stage is called God realization. There are three phases of life. And it is for us to be able to be realized in all the three phases. If we are not realized in all these three phases, then the problem comes. So we have to go through self-realization. Who am I? Then if I'm who am I? Okay, I am not the body, mind, ego, I am the soul. Then you go to life realization. This life is a lila, it's a maya. Then God realization. Everything is sip. Everybody is sip. We are unable to do it. We are unable to do it because we are caught in the mind. The biggest problem is the mind. The mind is full of miseries, ignorance, negativity, and desires. I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. Why you want? Let it go, nah. Leave it, nah. What is important is being in that state of bliss. My dear friends, every human being wants happiness. And we lose our happiness so easily. We let somebody steal our happiness. We don't let a robber come into our house to steal, but we let somebody enter our mind and steal our happiness. When are we going to stop this? That is the challenge. Be
Yes,
in that
ma'am.
state of consciousness. Okay.
Yes, my question was that without being in this state of bliss, how can I be knowing that I am in surrendered? Why? Because generally from morning to evening I am in the constant state of reactive state.
Let
Suppose
me tell you one thing. Suppose I don't know who am I, but I'm living with complete faith. Complete faith. I can still live in acceptance and surrender. I trust God completely. I trust Him completely. I don't know who am I.
But
you can't accept.
But you will be in a constant state of reactive. If your boss is around you, you will be in certain.
No, you can get that acceptance and surrender even before realization. It is not necessary that you have to have self-realization. I'm telling you, it's a life realization. It are three different aspects. Don't mix the three aspects. The journey is one. But suppose you have this realization, everything is Maya, everything is Leela, Prabhu is in command. I accept, I surrender. Total acceptance and surrender. Then you will realize, after all, what am I? I am the soul. It can happen like that. It is not necessary that first you have to have self-realization and then surrender. Keep in mind, both ways it's possible. Okay? Thank you, Ace. Bala, Swati, Ashok.
Pranam, AiR.
Pranam.
Actually, initially you said कि जब हमारा acceptance रहता है, we are in the joyous mood. But यहाँ पे 50-50 होता है कि नहीं क्या? Accepted है पर क्या उसको बोलते हैं? Those happiness वो झलक ही नहीं आती है अंदर से.
हेलो. अगर happiness नहीं है तो acceptance और surrender नहीं है.
But I'm not reacting. I'm not. But something is going.
No. That is different. That is daba hua hai. You're suppressing it.
Oh, but here I just want to tell you. I have one personal question. I have a daughter. I'm taking efforts on her everything, and she is doing it very well. But here her laziness comes, and that troubles me. Ki iska aage kya? Iska aage kya? What should I do? And continuous that thing is going in.
That means there's no acceptance and surrender, na?
But her laziness is coming in between. She wants
her laziness is her karma. A, B, C, D. Accept without protest. Do your best. Surrender in consciousness. Be like the divine instrument. A, B, C, D. You know the answer.
Repeat that. A means acceptance. B means
A, accept. B, do your best. B for best. C for consciousness, in consciousness, and D is a divine instrument. अरे आप अपना करो.
But that thing is troubling me, and that thing is coming, and
It is troubling you because you have no acceptance and surrender.
Oh, I got it.
If you accept that, see, somebody is lazy, that is, what can you do for them? Can you give them laziness injection?
No.
Then they should have their motivation. Nah? Somebody One person complained to me, my partner changes clothes once in 7 days. What can I do if your partner changes clothes in 7 days? That is their motivation.
That acceptance is only not coming. And initially भगवान ने दिया है, I will do it best, और ये खड़ी रहेगी. That programming
Bala,
is that.
Bala, hold on, Bala, stop. You have to do your best.
Okay,
Do
I
your
got it.
best.
Okay.
Do your best. God will do the rest. Do your best.
Okay, thank you.
Swati, Ashok.
Thank you.
Thank you. Swati.
Hi, AiR.
Hi.
Yeah, so the topic is very interesting. I would also want to say that I have not reached that state of total acceptance and total this thing. I understand that I have to accept. So the first reaction is that I flinch, but then I go back into the thing that no, I have to accept. So I go I intently I accept. I mean I have not accepted, but I do accept. So that is my state.
There are two phases.
Hmm.
So your phase is that you are accepting with an intellectual analysis.
Correct.
But you reach a state when your acceptance and your surrender becomes a part of your consciousness.
True. I know an individual who seems almost insensitive, as in like whatever is happening around, he has a Buddha-like smile on the face. Okay, so we used to think that that person is so insensitive. Why isn't he flinching? But now, after hearing this whole thing about acceptance, and like I actually understand that that individual may have completely accepted everything, and he's like calm, nothing.
No, because
nothing
because what is the option? What is the other option? Now, when you don't accept and don't surrender, what does it lead to? What does it lead to?
Uthal-puthal in mind.
No, become miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a choice. You have a choice. Either the formula is you accept and surrender, or you become miserable, If you want to be miserable, then don't accept and surrender. If you don't want to be miserable, then accept and surrender.
I think I'm in the fraction right now.
Okay, so you need to get out of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So next we have got Ashok Nichani, Rumataji. Before we close, Ashok Nichani and Rumataji.
Shivam Sirji.
Shivam sir.
Sirji, one more bhajan connected to today's subject. समर्पण करना जीवन जो ये है जिसने दिया वही संभालेगा.
I was going to sing, but they'll say it's a full session he's singing bhajan, so I did not sing. That is a beautiful bhajan which Ashok has said. It says samarpan karna जीवन जो ये जिसने दिया वही संभालेंगे जो भी होता उनके हाथों में है क्यों है डरना उनकी मर्जी है छोड़ दे जीवन अपना उनके हाथों में जिंदगी छोड़ दे जो होगा स्वीकार कर ले ये लीला तो उनकी मर्जी है. You know, let me tell you one thing. 25 years back, I had a poster on my door. 25 years back. There was no enlightenment, nothing. It said, Lord, help me to remember that nothing will happen tomorrow that you and me can't handle together. That time there was duality. What was the duality? That God is separate and I am separate. 25 years ago, I never believed that God, I am a manifestation of God. But this poster was on my door for more than 10 years. Big poster, big, huge poster. Every day I enter my door, close my door, enter my door, close my door. Lord, help me to remember that nothing will happen that you and me can't handle together. But
Ashok, you had given a calendar.
But Ashok, now we have reached a stage where we don't say, Lord, help me to remember. You are Lord. You are Shiva. You are Krishna. I tell Krishna every day. What Krishna is supposed to tell herself every day? I am not Krishna. I am Krishna. You say Krishna, do you tell every day or no? I am not Krishna. I am Krishna. I am not Krishna. I am Krishna. So this is the magic. Rumataji, let's close. Thank you, Ashok. Let's close with Rumataji. Bataiye, Rumataji.
Guruji, I want to thank you first of all, Pranam, and I want to thank you from the core of my heart. You have brought a remarkable change in my life. I can't express my thanks. And secondly, to each member of the Zoom call from whom I am learning daily something or the other. And thanks to Bridget and Rajeshji for condolences. And I really blissful to attend this Zoom call every day.
So, Rumataji, while I respect your closing comment, you should make your sister-in-law strong. Unse baat karna hai. Not in a condolence manner. You must tell her, face it. Face it, because the way we tell people is, maybe God wanted that lovely soul back, that soul which is Sip. Many people who don't understand, your sister-in-law may not understand the language we have got, right? So you can't tell them that wo Sip hai, Sip ke nahi. Then we tell them that the Lord wanted to end this because he has a better plan for her. And that plan is to become one with the divine. That is the hope. It's very important to give people who are suffering death hope. And very important for them to have peace, because it's not easy to digest, my dear friends. You know, while we talk about acceptance and surrender, let me tell you, it has taken me a lot of time to reach here. You know, to reach a state where even now, like many of you said, a moment of concern will come. But even that moment of concern, no, when you get that moment of concern, the moment of fear, the moment of worry, you pick it and you drop it in the lap of acceptance and surrender. It's not that a human being cannot become indifferent. Who told, Swati told somebody is indifferent completely. No, very difficult to be indifferent. I don't expect any of you to become indifferent to pain or indifferent to suffering. No. But what you can do, let me teach you. The moment there is pain and suffering that comes to your hand, you know, passing the parcel. Have you seen the game of passing the parcel?
Yes, Guruji.
It comes in one hand and you pass it in the next. That is the way to live life. The moment life gives you fear, worry, stress, anxiety, you have to accept it because it has fallen in your lap. The parcel has come. Passing the parcel, you have not pulled the parcel. The next person has put the parcel in your hand. Now, what do? You pass on the parcel to the land of the divine. You pass on the parcel saying, Sip, this is in your lap. I am not in charge of it. I am nothing. You are everything. I surrender. I accept thy divine will. Remember this. Today I'm giving you a parting. I'm closing the call with this, passing the parcel. When the misery comes to you, don't hug it. Don't cling to suffering. Will you remember what I'm saying, Rumataji? Don't cling to suffering. Don't cling to suffering. Pass it on to Sip. Pass it on to Sip. Pass it on to Sip. Tomorrow is Friday, is it? Tomorrow, Friday, we will meet you at 7:30 and I will close at sharp 8:30. Otherwise, I will miss my flight to India. So tomorrow, we will be starting at sharp 7:30, closing at sharp 7:30 with folded hands. I bow down to you.